You cannot tell us that an innocent Kenyan arrested by the DCI officers, then 24 hours later, is dead in the police cell. We cannot have a country where the DCI officers are behaving like terrorists. We cannot have a country where the police officers are behaving like bandits. We cannot have such a country. We have the constitution. We have the rule of law. If you arrest someone because alimefanya makosa, you take him to court. Why did you arrest Albert Ojwang? Makosa yake ilikuwa gani? We want to know. Nani alitoa DCI officers from Nairobi to go and arrest Albert Ojwang in his rural area? We want to know. The complainant ni nani? Na makosa ya Albert ni gani? We want to know. We cannot have such a country. We cannot have such a country where I live in fear because of the DCI officers. We cannot have a country where the people who are supposed to protect me are the same people who are arresting me and killing me in the police cell. We cannot have such a country. We have to decide, and I told you, as Kenyans, we have to decide the kind of country we want to live in. We cannot have these police officers and DCI officers behaving like bandits. DCI officers are the ones deciding who lives and who dies. Since when? Which part of the constitution giving the DCI officers the mandate that they are the one to decide who is going to live and who is going to die? I want to know. I want to know. This is very serious. We cannot live in fear in our own country. We cannot have the clueless DCI officers, people who have not gone through training, enough training, coming out, arresting innocent Kenyans, then killing them in the police cell. We cannot have such police officers. We cannot have such officers in this country. We cannot have such officers. The time has come, we call these people out. We want to know the names of the DCI officers who went to arrest Albert Ojwang in his rural area. We want to know. You cannot tell us that Albert Ojwang alikuwa anajipiga ukuta, alikuwa anajipiga ukuta. Kwenda alikuwa mwenda wazimu. Mlipoenda mkwenda kumshika, alikuwa mwenda wazimu. Aanze kujigonga kwa ukuta. Even mwenda wazimu yenye tunajua, mwenda wazimu kabisa amefika 90%. Hawezi ingia kwa polisi na aanze kujipiga kwa ukuta. There is something that the government of William Samoei Ruto must tell Kenyans. How can innocent Kenyan die in a police cell? How? The people who are supposed to protect Kenyans are the same people who are arresting them, not telling Kenyans makosa yake ni gani, then killing him in the police cell. We cannot have such a country. The time has come that we Kenyans must be hungry enough to demand for answers. We must be given answers. We cannot have a country where DCI officers ndio wana decide huyu ataishi, huyu atakufa kesho, huyu tutamshika lini, huyu atafanya. We cannot have such a country. We have the rule of law. We have the rule of law in this country. And personally, as minister, I cannot live in fear in my own country. Because of a DCI officer. Arresting you, 24 hours later you are dead. We want to know the kind of torture they were torturing this Ojwang guy from his rural home mpaka fika hapa Nairobi. What was they doing for him? What was they doing for him? We must have the names printed out that the police officers were 4, 5, they were 3, and these are their names. These are the people who arrested Ojwang in his rural area. In the police cell, these are the people who are torturing him. We want to know. If you are not arrested, because maybe your name, where you come from, is the same where the president is coming from. So they will not arrest you. They will protect you. But I want to tell you this. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. From those who killed Genz, from those who killed people and dumped them in quarry, dumped them in our rivers, from those who killed innocent people in last year protest, innocent young Kenyans, your days are numbered. You can be protected by the government of William Ruto now. But come 2027, after we are done with William Ruto, we will come for you. You will rot in jail, you piece of shit. You have been given the mandate to protect innocent Kenyans, to protect Kenyans and their properties. But wewe now you take advantage. Because wewe umwambiwa unaitwa polisi, wewe unasemwambia watu you are a DCI officer. Now you can arrest anyone, you can kill them anytime you want, you can do whatever you want because wewe unaitwa DCI officer. We cannot have such a country. We have the rule of law. And I'm not afraid to call you out for killing innocent soul, innocent Kenyan, the person who was supposed to be protected at all costs. We want to know makosa ya Albert Ojwang ilikuwa gani. Kwa nini you killed Albert Ojwang? Who ordered you to go and arrest him? And who is the complainant? We want to know. We cannot live like this. We cannot live in a country where the police have the mandate to decide nani anaishi na nani anakufa. Hawezi kuwa na inchi la kama hiyo. We cannot have such a country. We cannot have such a country. I will call you out if there is no one who will call you out because they are afraid. Let me tell you. Human beings only lives once. Hata we mwenyewe mwenye umeua Ojwang, Albert Ojwang, you will one day die. And you will die a very painful death. But before you die, you must rot in jail. You must rot in jail. We want the names so that your process ikiendelea. I don't want to see this IPOA shit thing. I don't want. IPOA wanaendianga wale watu ambao wa protectiwi na serikali. Once they are being protected by the government, IPOA hawezi waendea. So we most likely we will not get justice for Albert Ojwang. Most likely we will not get justice for Albert Ojwang. But wait, we are recording what is happening in this country. Once we are done with William Ruto, we will go one by one, case after case, for those police officers and DCI officers and NIS officers and KDF officers who were out in June last year, 2024, and killed innocent Kenyans. And these ones now who have killed Albert Ojwang, we will come for you. We cannot live in such a country where you think you are above the law. You are not above the law because you are a police officer. You are not above the law because you are a DCI officer. You are not above the law because you are a KDF officer. You are not above the law because you are the president. Mimi nilikuwa nafikiria Raila joining the government, hakuna Mkenya tauliwa kwa sababu of such nonsense. So, Kenya Kwanza government and ODM must tell us why they killed Albert Ojwang. They have to tell us.
Albert Ojwang ameuawa. Kijana mdogo, the only son of his father, ameuawa kwa mikono ya serikali. Na sitaki niseme ni polisi kwa sababu hata polisi wengine wanashangaa. What kind of madness is happening in our country? Wajaluo ni waulize, hii serikali mnasema mko ndani ya serikali, ni serikali gani hii mko ndani yake? Watoto wenu wanakuliwa mmoja mmoja, mnasema mko kwa serikali. Na huyo baba fua yenu, baba Kayai, akisimama kuzungumza atasema hiyo familia ilipwe. Because to Raila Odinga everything is business, everything is transactional. Ati familia ikilipwa ni hivyo. Even life is transactional. Wajaluo ni waulize, Albert Ojwang ni Mkikuyu? Albert Ojwang ni wa kaunti ya Kiambu, Murang'a ama Kirinyaga? Hii serikali mnasema mko ndani ya serikali ni gani?